Richard Southern joins us now from the 680 News Business Center. And Richard, a big sigh of relief tonight as it appears the CN rail strike is coming to an end.
Yes, indeed. The 3,200 striking workers at the railway, Pam, they will be back on the job at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. A tentative deal was reached. We don't know what the details are yet, but those picket lines will be coming down. Still has to be ratified by the workers, mind you. And yeah, big sigh of relief here because CN trains, they brought the majority of Canada's fertilizer and grains and other commodities to port for export. And even with the resumption of those trains tomorrow, rail-reliant industries are expected to still be impacted because they're going to have to deal with the backlog. For instance, Nutrien, the biggest potash producer in Canada, which is fertilizer, it's planning to shut down still its major mine in early December and temporarily lay off hundreds of workers as it deals with the backlog. Pam, this was the longest rail strike in Canada in 10 years, but again, coming to an end here.
And it doesn't seem like very long, just a week, but really long enough to cripple all those industries.
You don't realize how many things rely on the rails, and so, yeah, a major problem for a lot of industries indeed.
So we already have online grocery shopping and computerized carts. Now, grocery-carrying robots on the way? What do you think about that? Why not, right?
This little guy is for sale, Pam, just in time for the holiday season. His name is the Gita. It is made by Piaggio, the Italian company that makes Vespa scooters. So it opens up, you put your groceries or whatever bag you want in there, and it uses those cameras on the front to automatically follow you. So it trails behind you with all your goods, even if you're in your little Vespa, Pam. Okay, it can hold 9 kilograms. There it is following the head of Amazon right there. It's not cheap, though, 3,250 Canadian dollars. So I like the idea in principle, but if I got something that costs $3,000 trailing behind me, I'm going to be worried someone's going to take that, Pam.
That's a very good point. And they don't see the size of my grocery shops at Freshco or wherever.
You're going to need 2 or 3 of those little guys.
Exactly. Yeah. So we've got robots coming along to carry our groceries. It only makes sense that we use them to deliver packages, too.
And FedEx is doing just that. Federal Express, this is actually what people saw on the sidewalks in New York City last week. A FedEx robot, 6-wheeled little guy, actually delivering packages to people's houses. This is not like a concept. This was happening in New York City. The city, though, not happy about it. Lawyers for New York's Department of Transportation delivering a cease and desist letter to Federal Express, warning that the robots were violating multiple traffic provisions. Even New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio weighing in, saying, quote, FedEx robots won't just undercut jobs of hardworking New Yorkers. They would also be a danger on our streets. So Manhattan not happy with that little guy, Pam.
Jeez, what will they think of next? Finally, Richard, a quick check on the gas prices.
No change for the price of gas, holding steady tonight, Pam. And, of course, we got that troubling top story about, human feces coming up just after 6:30. We're looking at some troubling reminders about how a lot of things are covered in human feces. We're taking a look at that coming up at 6:30.
We look forward to that, Richard. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you next hour.
Thanks.